From Led Zeppelin 3, it's Immigrant Song on 108.9 The Hawk. Jason Gore, Geoff the Angry Man Garlock, your 108.9 The Hawk Morning Show. And Geoff, my God.
Perfect song and perfect show?
Really?
What is going on here?
Man, I do not know. What I do know is that Big Truck is broadcasting live from Sharney's right now. We probably should send it over there to him. He's actually not going to be in the middays today. Willy Crystal's going to be coming in as soon as we're done with this perfect show. But really quick, let's go down to Big Truck, see what's going on down at Sharney's truck. What you got? Oh, man, we're having a great time down here at Sharney's. This is the 8th location that Sharney's has opened in the past 2 months in Val Verde. Geoff, you coming down to this one anytime?
Oh, you know I can. I mean, I have to, because Ma Sharney told me I better get my ass down there. But
she did. Now, if you don't know the legend of Sharney's, here's how it goes. There is Ma Sharney, and she's basically the Pope for the Sharneys, and we're on our 8th Ma Sharney right now. And what happens is, if Ma Sharney dies while you are eating in Sharney's, well, then you could be voted in as the new Ma Sharney. It could happen to you, and it could happen today, right here on Hog Street. We're at 444444 Hog Street at Sharney's. You see all the balloons. You'll see me outside with the Hawkmobile. And man, come on down here. If you come on down here, you're going to get the U.S. flag burger. You're going to get that for $2. That is a hell of a deal. I know you're hungry. I know you want Sharney's. So come on down, 444444 Hog Street. Going to be out here until 5 p.m. today.
Big Truck, I am excited.
Big Truck.
Do you think that maybe I could be the next Ma Sharney?
What's your favorite meal at Sharney's?
Oh, beef tip milkshake, of course.
Beef tip milkshake. If you're down here and you're drinking the beef tip milkshake,
beef tick.
The beef tick milkshake, that is a special thing that is just happening today at Sharney's, 444444 Hog Street. And hell, Geoff, God, if you were here sucking that down when Ma happens to pass in the back, you'd be the new Ma Sharney. You could be the new Ma Sharney, and then Big Truck would know Ma Sharney. And
that would be exciting for everybody. I mean, I'm going to be keeping my eyes peeled for that 35-year-old plumber who took the reign of Ma Sharney last. Yep. It is going to be a beautiful time. Well, Big Truck, we are excited. We're excited for this new Sharney's, and we are excited that you are down there, our man on the street for that.
Thank you so much, Big Truck. That is great. We're excited. Man, Geoff, I could be mayor of Val Verde, and you could be the new Ma Sharney.
Now that is a power dynamic that Val Verde could use.
What could make things more perfect? You know?
I mean, become a number one station in Val Verde for classic rock again. But I think we're on our way, though. This has been a fantastic show.
Perfect
Mickey
show.
did not cause any problems today.
Mickey's in his cage. He
has not been attacking. I can't believe we actually heard from Art. Mickey.
Yeah, Art did traffic earlier?
Insane that we actually found out about traffic and that he's not dead. Thank God. What
the world is coming apart. And I'm here to tell you all about it here from Valley News Radio 8888. It's Willy Crystal guesting here, coming into the Ville on 108.9 The Hawk, talking about everything that's going on in the world and exactly how we're going to solve it. We're going to solve it here today, and we're going to make sure that you know the truth, and the one truth, the only truth, and that truth is here on Valley News Radio 8888 News on the 8s, 4 8s in the hour.
Okay, Willy, wow.
Yeah. Coming in hot,
right? Almost as if it's the Willy Crystal show, but it's not.
Well, it is the Willy Crystal show now, boys. I need you to step out of the way because it's time for me to get to. We've got a lot of news, a lot of information to get to, and we don't have a lot of time.
Well, don't want to pull any rank here. I mean, got to talk to station manager Ron about that one. We still have a couple. We still got some time left here. I mean,
it's 9:40. Technically, you would start for Big Truck at 10, and you'd be talking classic.
There we go with this liberal time management, this idea that, it's my time. I'm a soft-bellied otter who's just waiting. I'm a sad otter in my little hut built by a beaver. I don't even do the work. I let the beaver do the work, and then I crawl right into that beaver hut, and that's who you two are. You're just two otters taking up a beaver's building, a beaver's construction. Those beavers work hard like every hard-working American all around this world. They work hard every day to build a structure, and that structure, of course, is my radio show, which you are now living in, and let's not get it flipped.
Came in judgmental too. That's sorry, I guess. We try to keep it light. Should I get
you a silk handkerchief so you can cry your liberal tears? First off, I want to say right now that FM radio is a sad, sad state. Everyone knows that AM is where it's at because AM is where the truth is sold and lies come out over the frequency modulation of the FM band.
What are we even lying about? We're talking about Foghat. We're talking about Led Zeppelin and Skennerd. We're not talking about really anything. People come here for an escape, Willie, and that's kind of what you need to give them on the show. I mean, the ratings auditor is here. We're trying to get the hawk. I mean, of course, you guys don't have to worry about this on Valley News Radio 8888 because, of course, 8888 News is the number one news talk station in Val Verde, mainly because of you, Willie. But here, it's a little bit different. It's a bit different.
We're off the charts when it comes to when we get the sheets in the morning. We don't even look at them anymore because we know it's 100% listenership all the time, and that's something I'm sure you two would desperately like to have, but you don't have it, and I'll tell you why. Because when we talk about fog, and I was talking just the other day to some friends of mine, because one thing we do at Valley News Radio is we give you the straight news, and we do not know party, we do not know affiliation, we do not know ideology. I get my information from every part of the web. I'm going from all the way from Glenn Greenwald all the way over to Tucker Carlson and everywhere in between. I listen to the great Jimmy Dore and all the greats who are reporting on information and truth. And I'll tell you this. Everyone knows who's been reading about it. And listen to this. So this is really fascinating. A lot of people don't know that the Led Zeppelin had a meeting at Langley headquarters. Before they were a band, they were brought together and they were assembled by some of the top intelligence masters. These are people who had been around since the days they wasted Kennedy. And they said, we need something that's going to get the youth distracted and detracted and depressed and repressed. And we need something like Stairway to Heaven, something that can get those little teen genitals bumping against each other at the school dance. Because as you know, a lot of these people are practicing ritualistic sex with each other and with children. This is from Hillary Clinton all the way up to the current president of the United States. These sick people are taking our children. They're putting them in shipping containers. They're selling them online through Wayfair. Everybody knows it, and you two are in the dark. But not only that, you are propagating these messages that are baked into these songs. And if you pull out, and digitally I've seen it done, I have seen it done with my very own eyes, pulling out messages that are programming people to believe in an American hegemony, which none of us want. Nobody wants it. We want American power. We want to keep our borders strong. We want to keep our people as white as possible.
Oh, okay.
Wow, we really, yes. I have to say here, I take offense at this, coming on to this fun morning show and treating us
a perfect morning show.
A perfect morning show, treating us like we are your malleable fans. And at the same time, I have to say, you aren't wrong about Stairway to Heaven. It was always the last song played at my junior high dances, and I always felt very sad when that song was played, and I would get very angry about not having someone to dance with, and it's... I mean, could he be right about the shipping containers? Could he be right about Wayfair?
Look at the prices. Look at the prices. $63,000 for a cabinet. Explain to me why a cabinet would cost $63,000. And I'll tell you, angry man, you don't think that wasn't by design to create the next generation of mass shooters? The idea that this song creates a longing for contact that you're never going to have, plus the fact that Stairway to Heaven goes from beautiful slow dance tune suddenly to rocking out a confusing whiplash of sexual desire that is then put up against and juxtaposed with
every time I almost
dancing.
had a dance, it would kick into the heavy part, and now I'm just saying I'm a smart person. I'm not malleable, but he's making a lot of sense. Did you hear those numbers? I mean, this information seems to be everywhere. He wouldn't report it if it wasn't true.
Geoff, we went to the same high school. We would end with End of the Road by Boyz II Men. How are you remembering this differently?
It just everything he says just seems to make a lot of sense.
Okay. This is the new 108.9 The Hawk morning show. We do have some business to take care of. Art Spart, let's do it.
108.9 The Hawk traffic with Art Spart.
Well, we got a tractor trailer down on 443. Looks like we got a 4-car insurance seminar going on 802, so make sure you get away from 802. And if you're in the way of the Val Verde Enormodome, what is that?
Art.
Yeah.
Art, Mickey got out again.
Art. Well, I'm going back into the 108.9 The Hawk panic room, and we'll be reporting from there. Let's go on to weather.
It's time for weather on 108.9 The Hawk.
What you got there, Geoff? Do you have anything different than what the usual weather is?
No, it's cold.
It's cold.
It's cold again, and it's again freezing in front of rock dolls. Try not to die from the hypothermia.
I don't know how this has happened, but I'm looking at all of our elements here on the touchpad. Jimmy, it seems that everything's pretty much switched over to Willy, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Great,
yeah,
wonderful.
Thanks for the nods there.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Well, we do have to pay.
Yes.
We have to. Who is that?
Who is that?
Hello?
Yes.
Yes.
Hi, my name is Lendely Belunda.
Okay.
Okay. Hello, Lendely.
Okay.
I've been asked to join Willy for a report. I'm giving a report, an update on the Ukraine invasion.
Okay. Then I'll hit the Hawk News sounder, Linda Lee.
Guess this is his show now.
Here we go. This is your sounder.
All the news you can use, or the news you can lose. It's news time on 108.9 The Hawk.
It's Linda Lee here, talking to you about what's going on in Ukraine and Russia right now. We need to take a look at how the United States has propagated this war in Europe, and the victims are the Russian government and Vladimir Putin, who has done nothing but try as hard as he can to achieve peace in the region. But sleepy Joe Biden, Mr. Brandon himself, has spent his time sanctioning and choking off the Russian people, and has purposely allowed this invasion by the neo-Nazis that run Ukraine, including the president.
What exactly does this have to do with classic rock? All right, can we? Look, we try not to get political here. It's trying not to just keep it light. We're trying to keep it light.
Yeah, Linda. I mean, I'm all for you doing a little of the news if you want to. But do you have any rock news?
I could. Yes.
Okay, well then,
rock news.
Yeah, that's
then
great.
Let's do rock news. I'm going to give you the good rock. This is usually for Geoff. I'm going to give you the good rock facts news and give us something that works for the classic rock station. Here we go.
Something fun.
It's time for good rock facts with Geoff the Angry Man
Linda Lee.
Garlock.
Okay, here you go, Linda Lee.
recently, Pam and Tommy has premiered on Hulu. And
Thank you.
As we all know, this is clearly a sexual distraction to take young men and women to go back into a nostalgic mode, which is a trap created by a psychological operation to distract our citizenry from the global fanged elites who are trying to ruin this country and suck the blood out of the great Christian nation.
I don't even have control on her mic anymore.
Control, Mike.
Jenny, let's go to commercial. TNT on 108.9 The Hawk.
Worried she's making sense, though, to me. Oh,
Jeff,
God,
for the love of God.
I'm sorry. I keep... God damn it.
Would you like a back rub?
Oh, I wouldn't mind one. I just... No, I can't. No. Oh,
don't,
God.
Jeff. Don't fall for it.
Oh, God.
Okay.
That feel good?
Just making more sense.
108.9 The Hawk. We'll be back.
No one eats for free at Sharney's.
Why do I eat at Sharney's? Well, I like the U.S. flag burger. I love it. You know, there's a real good, wholesome, America-only feel when you eat at Sharney's. And that's what I get every time I'm there.
I like Sharney's because there's no ghost peppers, just U.S. burgers. And that's what I like about that Sharney's, is they just seem to serve it up for you exactly how you want it on a red, white, and blue bun, meat bleeding. Sharney's, you're the best.
Why do I like Sharney? Well, because of their Get Mo breakfast special. It's 6 sausages packed into a burrito that can barely fit them. And you wash it down with a delicious milkshake that is made from crust pieces of the actual Couron.
Why do I eat at Sharney's? Well, my wife died there. She's still there. And it's the only place I can see her. They built salad bar number 4 on top of her, and she was a good American woman. And that's where I see her every night.
Why do I eat at Sharney's? 'Cause I support the goddamn troops. Also, good pudding bar.
Why do I eat at Sharney's? Because it's the only place that exists throughout time. I can go there in the 2100, 2050, or 1955.
No one eats for free at Sharney's. The only station still playing classic rock. 108.9 The Hawk.
Like that,
Back on
knuckle?
the... Yeah. Jesus. Back on the Chain Gang seems to be the only song coming up for us now, which just happens to be Willy's theme song, so that's great.
That's right.
Does it seem like Willy's starting to infect even the commercials?
Yes, thank you for pointing that out. That is the first Sharney's commercial that I have ever heard that made me not want to go to Sharney's.
Yes.
That had a real America First bend to it that was disgusting.
My Sharney's always makes me feel uncomfortable, but I felt uncomfortable in a different way, a little bit more of a jingoistic sort of way. It's odd.
Well, I wanted to let you know that I actually, during the commercial break, I became the 51% majority stakeholder in Sharney's.
Oh, Jesus.
And I have instructed them to change their advertising so that it more reflects the values of our listeners. And now it's time for radio write-in. This is where I take listeners' questions and answer them so that we get the news exactly right. Dear Willy Crystal, Dear Willy, my wife won't let me stay up and listen to your overnight broadcast that you do on a CB band. Recently, I have made her disappear. What is the best way to approach the media when trying to convince them that I had nothing to do with it? Well, first off, thank you for listening. And a lot of people don't know, but you can listen to my overnight 8-hour live cast where I do it on CB radio. You can tune in to the station. I'll send it by messenger pigeon to anybody who wants to hear it. And we really go wild over there overnight. It's nothing. It's what you can't hear on Valley News Radio. My first piece of advice is, have you taken the kids out too? Because if you got rid of your wife, you need to take the kids out. Yeah, and can I advise you to drop them into a giant vat of oil? Find an oil storage area somewhere out in the country. Maybe you live in Texas, maybe you live in Alabama, you live in somewhere where there's a lot of oil. You want to pick it up, you're going to go in there, you're going to take the toddlers in. Don't drug them, don't dope them up. Just say, hey, we're going in a pool, and drop them right in there.
Jenny, come on. Jenny, now they're even playing his sound effects.
Oh, God. Willie, it's fine for your overnight. It's fine when you're competing with Art Bell, R.I.P.
It's fine when you're doing your show.
Killed him. They killed Art Bell.
Oh, they did not kill
They killed Art Bell. First, they accused him of the worst crime you can imagine, and then they killed him. That's what they did to Art Bell. And I'll tell you, there isn't a day that doesn't go by that I don't check my back, my front, and my sides, knowing they're coming for me next. Willie, it's only a matter of time, listeners.
Is that cancel culture I've been hearing about? My mother keeps telling me about it.
Stop asking about this.
Well,
get back on task.
I'll tell you this right away. What happened to this country?
Oh, Jesus.
Free speech used to be a pillar of the American experience, and now you can't go out and say something about a Chinese marketplace. Or
you can't. Especially not a 108.9 The
You can't call women all sorts of slurs that freely roll off your tongue in private with your buddies.
What kind of private slurs, right? That's what I've been... What?
Jeff, thank you, Angry Man.
What?
And I'm sorry, when did I have to ask permission to show a woman my penis? Shouldn't it be assumed if she walks in the hotel room that she's going to see it?
Jenny, no!
That is funny, Jenny. You're right. That is very funny.
Jenny's no longer in the booth. It's Willie's control guy.
It's day 17 of Louis C.K. being stuck in the Ukraine, and I hear that the Ukraine forces have actually drafted him to have him deploy his dick on the Donbass. He will be going to the Donbass and exposing himself to Russian soldiers, hopefully to distract them or horrify them so that they will turn tail, which is a shame because the Ukrainian government is nothing but a puppet government for Mr. Brandon, and the Russian people deserve more land. How are they supposed to grow as much wheat as they need without the breadbasket of the former Soviet Union?
Jason, do you feel like you are in just a cyclone of knowledge over here?
I feel like I'm definitely in some kind of cyclone.
You know, I've been looking at Twitter while Willie was talking, and everything he's saying is starting to add up a lot. Like I
Jeff,
think
put the phone
you
away.
have to follow the correct accounts. You need to follow the correct accounts. And first off, any account that says WWG1 WWGA is an account that you want to follow because that's where we go one, we go all. And so I guess it's WGA, but that's not the point. You know, there's a great general in this country. His name is General Flynn. And this man
I can't do this. I can't do this.
He has served his, and he served
just
Obama.
Talking about how General Flynn is in the Writers Guild. What is wrong here? Am I getting this wrong? Am I getting this confused?
Can you hear me? Art Spart, fire it.
108.9 The Hawk Traffic with Art Spart.
Well, it's Art Spart from the Traffic Panic Room here at 108.9 The Hawk, and I'd like to welcome Willy Crystal to the studio. Really good to hear him.
It's good to see you there, pal. What's the traffic looking like out there? I'm sure that it's all been designed to slow down commerce. Isn't that right?
Well, that is the number one reason traffic is traffic. It is against capitalism. And Art, come on, please. No, I'm just going to say this. I do agree with Willie. Used to do all the traffic on his show.
That's
but
right.
Now I am hiding from a half human, half mutant hawk, and things are a little different now for me. So that's just the way it is.
How many bridges has Joe Biden blown today in order to try to get his his infrastructure passed?
Way too many, especially the bridge out on 443. If you're looking for 443, it does look like Brandon had his way with that bridge, if you know what I mean.
I know what you mean, Art.
I don't know what you mean, and I'm really fucking disappointed.
Such a disgrace.
All of you.
Why don't they add some more charging stations while gas is $14 a gallon?
Yes, that would be great.
We should be drilling right now, right in Yellowstone Park, in the geysers. A lot of scientists, these tricky scientists who also want you to take vaccines for measles and various other diseases that we've cured and are easily, you can navigate them. I don't know, but last time I checked, the entire Brady Bunch family had the measles and they lived to tell the tale. So don't tell me that these are diseases that can kill people. And quite frankly, those who die from it are the weak. And we know that the weak deserve to die. We need strength in our gene pool. Later on, Jason, by the way, I'll be having an incredible phrenologist on the show to talk about what shapes of heads we should be looking for in the second half of the 21st century.
Now that's some science. Jason, I was listening to a podcast on
Geoff.
4 times speed in one of my ears while Willie was talking. And
which one?
This all kind of adds up. It's something from Austin. I can't remember what the name of it is.
Yeah, because all the great comedians went to Austin.
They're all very funny, I have to say.
Tim Dillon. Tim Dillon, one of the best. A real
What a
laugh
mensch.
a second. He's a mensch. He's a lovely guy. He's the type of person you'd want to spend an evening with, and you'd learn something. Here's another problem here. We have all this great comedic talent centered in Austin now. And all of the great broadcasting has come out of there. And instead, what do you have in New York City? What do you have in Los Angeles? You basically have a BLM protest that's happening at all the comedy stages. But it's even worse than that. You have Asians. You have.
No. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this on the 108.9.
I'm sorry. Can I not say
show.
Asian anymore? What am I supposed to say?
Apparently not. Jason,
both of you.
I'm piecing together something, though, here.
Geoff.
I haven't been paid by 108.9 The Hawk in a very long time.
So now you're radicalizing because you haven't been paid? I will pay you if you will stop.
I'm not blaming station manager Ron or you, but everything Willie's saying feels like that might be the root of my problem.
I also support a $25 minimum wage and a basic universal income, but only to the point to get more listeners. I don't actually believe it, but I definitely want to get those disaffected Bernie bros. A lot of people know Bernard sold out. Bernard sold out to Sleepy Joe, and the truth is, and I want all my leftist listeners to hear me now. We have a home for you. We have a home for you. It's a proud home filled with boys. There's 3%. You want to be part of the 3%. You definitely do. Because there's a home for you people, and it's right here. It's right and left here. Anyone ever play horseshoes? Because we have horseshoes every day of the week at my new Willy Crystal Ranch. That's right, the Willy Crystal Ranch. It's an incredible 2-week adventure. Out in the far west, we go and we look for a guy named Mr. Burley. He hid some gold, Burley's gold, and it's Willy Crystal and the gang. And we go out in there, and it's always a cast of fun characters, and we have an adventure with each other. Is that
what they were talking about when they talked about horseshoe theory all this time? This fun ranch?
Oh, yes.
I'm loving this.
It's an incredible ranch, and we welcome everybody as long as you know your place and understand that most of the things we're talking about will take a back burner to these 3 W's: whiteness, wealth, and war. These are the 3 things that we need to have happen around the world to cleanse this planet of a plague of institutional liberalism, a plague of corporate overlords telling you what to do. Get in your trucks, drive to D.C., blare your horns, go up to Ottawa, and tell Mr. True. By the way, his name should be Lido, not Trudeau. Lido, because that's the kind of guy he is.
Funny. Lido is very funny and smart.
So Willie's producer, Jeremy, is messaging me right now. He says there is a special call on line 3. It's called the pretending line. I don't know what it is. I'm going to go ahead and hit it here.
Hello, caller.
I don't know what's... Oh, no.
Hello, caller.
Oh. Hello there. It's Eric Clapton.
Oh, no.
What are the great singer-songwriters? Eric, what a pleasure for you to join me. I know we've been DMing on Rumble, and I'm so excited to have you here. Now, why don't you tell them about your incredible songs that you've been writing and exactly why you've decided to be brave and take a stand against this weak, snowflake, liberal artists enclave that seems to have consumed all of music and art, not allowing people like us to share our views.
Well, thank you, Willie. There. One thing that got me is when I got the shot. My fingers started burning and my toes started burning, and I thought that this cannot be the way. So I'm for everybody not getting the shot. I'm for more freedom, and that's what I've been working on with my new album, Still Pretending. It's really great that you're playing Pretending in the background.
Album.
Right, sir. You tell Van Morrison back you up as well.
Oh, Van Morrison, this is incredible. Who thought we'd have two incredible? Now, your music, Mr. Morrison,
wow.
Your music is also groundbreaking music that everybody should listen to. Now, the two of you, what is the blowback you've gotten from other artists? Are you able to work with them? And do you think that your son might have jumped out that window because of the vaccinations he got?
I mean, I'm not going to say no, but I'm not going to say yes. That's a very sensitive subject, a lot like the vaccine is. I'm more comfortable talking about the vaccine more than, but I will tell you, it is wonderful that you brought that up because there is another song on Van in my new record. It is called Still More Tears in Heaven. It's basically the same tune, but it's more...
Parentheses come out a brown-eyed boy.
Right.
It's emerged. Don't forget me here. Don't stab me in the back.
You, Van. I would never forget you. You are a true gentleman, a true gent. And it's wonderful. There are other songs on the record that we've been working on. We've tried, some reworkings of some other Cream classics like White Room. The song is called White Room, but for freedom.
That's right. White. Sounds even better. I like that. There's no need for black curtains in there. Now, I hear that you have teamed up with Mel Gibson for
wonderful
to do
wonderful man.
Still More Tears from Heaven in the upcoming Lethal Weapon sequel that takes place in the heart of Israel, where Merton Riggs work to bust up a terrorist Palestinian cell, and you end up ensuring the destruction of any possibility of a Palestinian state while busting a bunch of drug lords who are trying to move heroin into Tel Aviv. Tell us a little bit more about that project and how excited you are to be on it.
Well, I'm so excited to be on that. Basically, you just read most of the script. That's literally the trailer that's going to be coming out tomorrow.
Only about 2 pages, the script.
Right.
But it's handled tastefully, truthfully, and honestly.
It's
wonderful to see Mel Gibson making his apology to the Jews.
No. How is my mic off? Why did Jeremy?
I've been trying to
this
talk
is my
this
show.
Whole time.
This is my show.
You're listening to 108.9 The Hawk, which has been consumed by Valley News Radio 8888. We added the extra 8 so that you wouldn't catch on to what we were really trying to imply. But
wow, Jason, I've been conflicted this whole time because we have a strict no Clapton policy on 108.9 The Hawk, and yet at the same time, I know that Willie is paid royally for his opinions, and so that the only opinions that matter to me are the ones that are held by people that are paid to have them strongly in front of us. So I don't know where I lie right now.
These aren't opinions. This is just pure evil. It's pure evil, Geoff.
Well, you have to listen to both sides.
Well, you have to listen to shut up.
I'm sorry, I've got to do a quick ad read, actually. Folks, have you had trouble falling asleep while, and I should say ladies, have you had trouble falling asleep while getting your vagina swabbed?
No.
Well, the new CPAP smear machine from Merck is for you. It's an incredible machine. My wife uses one. When I am trying to get a sample from her, I make sure to knock her out with the CPAP machine, with the CPAP smear machine. And the beauty of it is, of course, you get enough out there, you can put it on a bagel at the end of the day and have a nice snack. But here's the thing. You wake up in the middle of your pap smear, you're choking on your own breath, you start to contract, you don't get a good sample, and we need to change that. because women's health is so important so that they can have those babies. They need to have the babies, and if they don't have them, they should be locked in jail, even if it is a miscarriage.
Absolutely
a miscarriage,
not.
in fact, should get more jail time than an abortion because the woman has subconsciously willed herself to lose that baby.
Geoff, I hate to do this. I'm going to do something very soon that you are going to hate and that I am going to hate, but I think it's the only thing that's going to fix this. Of course, Willy's song is playing for the outro here into commercial. It's the only song that'll play. Geoff, forgive me.
What are you doing to me? What is going to happen?
Forgive me. It's the only thing I can do. More to come on 108.9 The Hawk.
I'm so scared.
It's not a picture of you.
No one eats for free at Sharney's.
Why do I eat at Sharney's? One answer. It's the only way I can make America great again. By keeping myself healthy and eating at the salad bar. If I'm going to truly make America great again, I got to be healthy and I got to have my wits about me because they're out there, they're coming into my yards, they're coming across the ocean, and I need to stay focused.
Why do I eat at Sharney's? Because it's the only food that I feel comfortable with. All right? None of that weird food that you're going to be shoving at me at other restaurants. I want it fried, and I want a lot of it. Sharney's.
Why do I eat at Sharney's? Because it's one of the finest restaurants that I've ever had food at. It's delicious American food, burgers, fries, soups, chowders, everything you could want. In fact, they have the only flounder chowder I've ever found anywhere in the United States. And they also serve penguin burgers, which is delicious. You haven't lived until you've had a penguin burger. Join me at my next rally where we're going to be handing out incredible Parmesan sticks. But it's not Parmesan sticks with bread. It's a bunch of Parmesan in a giant breaded patty that's also filled with burger meat. But not any burger meat. It's burger meat made from dogs.
No one eats for free at Sharney's. There are 20 radio stations in Val Verde, and we're at the very bottom of that list. 108.9, The Hawk.
Well, there's a shock. Back on the chain gang, the Pretenders. Simply Pretenders. On 108.9 The Hawk.
I love it and I hate it. I don't know. I'm so confused right now.
The new 108.9 The Hawk morning show. We are actually in Big Truck's time now. So, Willy, technically this is your show now, but because the auditor is still here for some reason, and I've never seen a ratings auditor look so shocked.
That's maybe shocked with the truth. I don't know.
That's being
Geoff,
impressed.
no.
Exactly.
No.
There were 3 gunmen in Las Vegas. Okay. There's no way that one man did that.
Okay,
they were all hired by Obama. And the kill count,
I forgot about that one, and now I'm thinking about it all the time.
That's right. And one of them was Ted Kaczynski, who is still free.
Absolutely not. We are sending the signal down to Sharney's 8th location. Big Truck, what do you got for us? Oh, man. It's quite the scene down here at Sharney's, which, man, I like to think both sides. I think for myself. And
you are truly actually the most even-keeled political person I know in the entire world.
I ain't a Republican. I ain't a Democrat. I just vote for the person I like. And, this somehow turned into a rally location for former President Trump, which is kind of shocking. I don't know if he's here to potentially be the next Ma Sharney. I hope not. I hope it's you, Geoff. But once again, we are down here at Sharney's 8th location in Val Verde. Going to be down here broadcasting until about 5 p.m. Hopefully I get out of here earlier because this whole vibe is, frankly, it's kind of creeping me out, man. This is not my scene. I don't like any part of it. U.S. flag burgers are free now. They are giving those out for free along with a ton of U.S. flags. Other flags too. Not good.
Big Truck, what are those other flags there? What are those other flags?
You can probably guess. It rhymes with a Confederate flag and not part of Val Verde. Val Verde weren't in the Civil War, y'all.
Is it Beretovit flag?
What is that? Is that Willie?
Well, that rhymes with Confederate.
Well, then, there you go.
That is true.
There you go, Willie.
With Confederate.
There you go. That's the first thing I think I've ever agreed with Willie on.
Yeah.
I guess there is a time for everything.
You'll be agreeing forever after this.
God damn it, I hope not. I truly fucking hope not, man. I truly fucking hope not. I truly hope that this nightmare of a radio remote ends soon down at Sharney's, 4444 Hogg Street, the 8th location. Yeah, we'll see you later. You're on 108.9 The Hog.
Wow, Godspeed, big truck.
Oh, truck, get out of there, get out of there. Just come back to the station. Get in, I would say get in the panic room with Art, but Art seems to agree with all of this as well.
We've got breaking news here on Valley News Radio 888 via 1089 The Hawk. It apparently is true. John F. Kennedy's younger brother, Robert F. Kennedy, has reappeared and has announced his vice presidency for the United States for 2024. He looks a little different. What? He's got a bit of a mullet. He has a much more of a droopy face. He wears glasses. And, of course, he's got a fatter chin. But that's all due to the multiple surgeries he got. And anyone who ever saw the Pink Panther movie knows that the Pink Panther film where Peter Sellers mysteriously passed away, he was replaced by none other than Roger Moore. And this same thing has happened here, the Roger Moorification of Robert Kennedy. And, of course, his son, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., thrilled at the opportunity to share with his father how much he has carried the legacy, the Kennedy legacy of vaccine denial, and sympathies towards the Russian state, and sympathies towards, of course, what people deem radical elements, but I call them totally normal elements in the United States, because they're totally normal people. Who's more normal?
It's amazing. I'm going to say, while you were talking, I was looking through my Google Glass, looking at 24chan, and the Pink Parker, what? I'm going crazy here. The Pink Pantherification
that's the code name.
Sense. Oh, it's happening.
This is true. Pink Parker is the code name for when Robert Kennedy came back. And it's so important to remember, folks. It's so important to remember everything you're doing, everything you're saying. They're listening to you and they're looking at you, which is why you need to declare that you're a sovereign citizen of the United States, and make sure that you have
at birth.
Make sure you have a lot of papers with you. Whenever you go to a business like a Whole Foods or a Rite Aid or a Walgreens, make sure you have about a stack of 16 to 30 pieces of paper that are crumpled up. You can print them off the internet. Let me write all this
down. This is important
information. Do not write this down. Do not.
And make sure your friend is taping you, and then instantly declare you're a sovereign citizen, but you're also in some fashion handicapped. Make sure, and it doesn't matter.
Okay,
you don't need to be. You just need to say,
Willie,
I am a person with disabilities.
Shut the fuck up, Willie. I'm going to do this, Geoff. Woo. I hate it. I hate that I'm doing this. I hate that you guys brought me to this, but this is what's happening right now.
This is Alec Baldwin.
Hello, kiddies. This is Alice Cooper.
God damn it.
My name's Joel. And I'm
Benji. Boy.
We are from
Jason.
Hey,
how could you do this to me?
Hello, this is Angus Young.
What's happening?
Brian Johnson.
He's not that bad.
Well,
you brought in.
Why?
You know I only hit this button if it's an emergency.
My worst enemy
Steven Tyler from Aerosmith
has ever existed. God damn it.
What is happening? Why is the light changing?
Oh, you'll find out.
Tunes for those with a textured taste. Shut up, Dave. No time to waste. This is Diamond David Lee Roth.
Hey, this is Don Barnes.
And this is Danny Chauncey.
And this is Donnie Van Zandt.
And we're 38 Special, and you're listening to
The Wisp Turlington Show. And of course, it's The Wisp Turlington Show on 108.9 The Hawk.
What?
Hello, and welcome to another great edition. Seems we have some extra people here in the studio. Kind of hard to tell who is here through all of the smoke and blue light. But I do see Danny. He's across from me. Danny, good to see you.
Wait, is Danny your guy too?
No, you're
me?
fucking Danny.
God damn it, Whis, we have gone over this. I am Geoff the Anger Man Garlic,
Yeah.
Jason. I can't believe you did this to me.
I had to. I had
the worst human
Well, it's a good thing
being.
you pressed the
God,
button.
what's happening?
Good.
My fingers are starting to peel away like sand in water. My legs, my toes and feet, it's like I'm one of Marty McFly's family members in that photo. What's happening? I'm I'm dissolving. I feel that I'm disappearing. I can't. Daisy.
Oh my goodness, he's pulling a 2001. I see exactly what is happening here.
When I started at the station, there was a nice gentleman named William Crystal that worked at the news station. Great guy. Thought he had the world in front of him, and probably one of the most liberal men I ever met in my life. And somewhere around 1993-94, when the Contract for America came out, he had to start changing, and we got distant. And it was a sad thing, because I would say, out of all my years on radio, he was my best friend. And to see what happened to him.
The monster was best friends with
yes.
Maybe this monster? I'm so confused.
Monsters can be friends with monsters, Greg.
Geoff, the Anger Man Garlock. God damn it.
And I knew that there would be the day when I would have to return and bring him the truth. That inside Willy Crystal is just a scared young man named William Crystal, who also shares the same name as actor Billy Crystal.
Oh, I never put two and two together. That's interesting.
It is kind of weird. It's kind of weird, because I also know Billy Crystal.
Of course you do.
You know, I was on the set of City Slickers 2, giving joke notes, and, we were supposed to Analyze What together. I was going to direct that, and that seemed to go by the wayside, but that's not the Crystal we're talking about. We're talking about William Crystal.
Wisp.
There you are, William.
It's me, William.
Welcome back.
I have transcended.
Welcome back.
I am a being of light.
You are. The year's 2022, William. I know you're probably shocked, and you probably think Kurt Cobain's still alive. Your favorite, but he's not.
He's not? What has happened? Where have all the flowers gone?
They vanished. It's probably the saddest thing. I knew this would happen.
Don't stop thinking about tomorrow.
See, we went to the inauguration together. When William heard that Fleetwood Mac were getting back together just for Clinton's inauguration, he said we had to be there. I called Lindsey Buckingham up. He said, "You're there." We actually sat behind Mick Fleetwood's drum riser to watch it all happen. One of the most beautiful moments in my life was sitting there watching Mick Fleetwood's bare ass with his little balls bouncing up and down on his drum seat. I guess that's what you call it.
Naked on the throne?
Yes, he was completely butt-ass naked for the inauguration.
Totally naked.
Totally
and I danced the lambada with Donna Shalala.
You did.
Oh my goodness, you set the night on fire with Donna Shalala? Wait, you were a Clinton fan?
Yes. Hillary will bring about health care. I believe in the possibilities of liberal dominance that will bring about a new age of peace in international diplomacy.
I got some good news and some bad news. So she wasn't president. The healthcare thing kind of didn't happen. She was Secretary of State for a while, and technically she should have been president in 2016. But things kind of went south from there, buddy. You would have hated every moment of it.
Sorry to break it to you, William.
Also, I got to say, William, you would have fucking hated early 2020, not because of a pandemic. Whoa, another thing you probably didn't need to hear, but Lindsey Buckingham was fired from Fleetwood Mac and replaced by Neil Finn from Crowded House, a band you never liked, and Mike Campbell from Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Also Tom Petty dead.
McVie had bought a house. She had a new mortgage to pay.
Had a mortgage.
So Lindsay was out. Sorry.
But at least the cars are still together. Yes.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah. Well.
Okay.
Well, technically, they did do an album in 2011, and then Rick Ocasek died.
No, but
I'm sorry, William.
I know all of this. I am now part of the great I. I am part of the universe. We must spread peace and love amongst all of us. We are all one arm of a tether that extends to a great consciousness from which we are all born and shall return.
I loved every bit of that. That reminds me of the William that I used to know at those Amnesty International meetings you used to pull me to with all the REM records playing.
What is happening?
You're going.
What is happening?
You're fading away, William. It's time. Oh God.
No. Willie's coming back.
Oh no! Fight it, William! Fight it!
Fight
it, William! Fight it! Remember those bouncing balls of Mick Fleetwood.
Bullshit.
Remember Mick Fleetwood's bouncing balls.
Mick Fleetwood's bouncing balls.
Mick Fleetwood's bouncing balls. Mick Fleetwood's bouncing balls. Mick Fleetwood's.
Let me get out of here.
Jesus!
And I'm back. I've reassembled. And I'm stronger than ever now that I've destroyed the last bit of pure white light that resided in my soul.
Oh, wow, that backfired.
That really happened faster than I thought it would, Greg.
Ugh, wow, you guess you're not as powerful as you think you are. I mean, I'm weirdly kind of happy about that because it sticks it to you, Wisp, but I'm so confused. I truly am. I don't know
and that's
who to
how
vote
you
for
know
anymore.
That you have secret knowledge. When you're confused and don't know what's going on, that's when you're looking at the truth.
Oh, wow. Maybe I do know more than most people.
Shit I have ever heard in my life.
You know,
and
the
Greg,
thing
Greg
about
said some
steel
dumb
beams,
shit last
Geoff,
week
the
on
Angry
the show.
Man Garlic, God damn it.
And it was the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Literally, like, you are dribbling from the mouth at how stupid everything is coming out of your mouth, Willie and Greg. Both of
Thank you.
InfoWar listening motherfuckers are seriously saying some of the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Sorry, Wisp, it doesn't matter because I was sitting over here. I wasn't paying attention to you. I was watching this 2-hour YouTube video. It's poorly edited, but I watched it on fast forward, and I got a lot of information. So
a lot of great stuff happening from
how
podcast
the world's
bunkers
going
these
now.
days.
You have to do your own research. It's so important because when you're informed by information you've looked up online, that's how you know, because that's truth that's going straight into your mind. And so when we think about it, let's look at it this way. There is a possibility of some great white unifying light, and I like the white part, I'll say that.
Oh, of course you would.
But there is also the possibility of absolute darkness, otherwise known as the Saturn complex, a place where consciousness is destroyed forever, living in complete darkness. We can reside in a truth that is of the blackest of nights.
Okay, there's one last thing I can do, Greg. There's one last thing I can do.
Jeff.
So I don't have to listen to this bullshit ever again, and I can send my friend directly to heaven or hell. Probably hell at this point.
Is there a third option of going to the Phantom Zone? I'm very good friends with Lord Zod.
I would send you to the Phantom Zone if I could. This is all it can be.
Oh, no. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, help me. Please, no.
Oh, my God.
Oh, no.
He's getting sucked into...
No. Oh.
I gotta say, there's the Phantom Zone. Oh, that's nice for him, though.
Thank you, Phantom Zone.
Kind of a plus-minus situation for him, but...
Hello. Oh, I'm spinning
hang
away
out
in
with
a
that.
mirror. I'm spinning away.
Oh, my God. I'm getting nauseous looking at him spinning.
I'm spinning and spinning, and I'm gone.
Oh, but he's gone with an oddly beautiful woman. And
why don't you tell me?
Wow.
Don't tell us that you love him.
Well, I hate you, but maybe you solved some problems. Hopefully I'm not radicalized, but I make no promises. As long as I don't have to deal with you anymore.
Tusk, it's the Sterlington show. We're going to be going on until about 5 p.m. today. And Greg, you're going to be with me the whole time.
Oh, damn it. Now I'm trapped in my fucking Phantom
Zone. Don't tell us that you love him. Ha ha.
Damn it. Turning classic rock on me again. Damn it, Wisp.
We'll see you next time on 108.9. Don't tell me that you love me. Ha!
The Hawk. 108.9 The Hawk. This is the first time we've ever done this. We'll do this from now on. This is the real Jason Gore, along with the real
Jeff Garlock.
And the real Anthony Atamanuik.
And the real Anthony Atamanuik. Thank you so much for coming on and playing truly one of the most evil characters in Val Verde.
That's what I'm good at.
Truly.
It's wild because we have a lot of evil characters in Val Verde.
Yes, there are so many evil bastards here, including Wisp Turlington, who somehow became a hero today, which doesn't make any sense. But but thank you so much for being on. Let's talk plugs here. What would you like to plug?
Oh, I really want to make sure to plug the Phony and Collie Show, which is on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Stitcher. I host it with John Gemberling.
So good.
It's two best friends who live on different coasts. We talk, we do an improv scene. I put in some luxury sound effects, and then we talk to somebody. It's, standard podcast fare with Johnny's Game, a competition at the end. And then, of course, you can always watch me on twitch.tv/shattyfatty, Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern for Coffee with Tony, where we talk current events and do some fun too. And I actually have Super Spy John Cypher on this Tuesday, which will be tomorrow for you listeners.
Yes.
Or I guess that the morning or whatever.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Thank you so much, man. We'll have Willie back sometime soon.
Oh yeah,
please do.
God. Oh, I
don't think that way to anybody listening.
None of us do, except for Geoff.
Yes, just I've been radicalized.
Right.
Yes.
Right. By this show.
Yeah, by my own podcast.
Yeah.
And that, my friends, is the latest episode of 108.9 The Hawk. Would like to thank Anthony Atamanuik for joining us today. You can find 108.9 The Hawk on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, wherever you find podcasts, you can find 108.9 The Hawk. And if you do us a big favor, if you just go on and give us a review on Apple Podcasts, that would help us out a lot. Spread the word. We're still a very, very new, dumb podcast, and we do this for free. So if you could help us out and spread the word of 108.9 The Hawk, we would appreciate it very, very much. And we will see you next week on 108.9 The Hawk.